Hello children, have a nice day. Today we will see about Unit 1 from Geography, exploring continents North America and South America. Already you learned about how many continents and oceans. Look at this screen. You can see in the map. Upper one is North America, down is South America. Okay, let's see about North America. This video we will see about only the North America. North and South America are often referred to as the New World because they were discovered in the late 15th century. In 1492, North America was discovered by Christopher Columbus while he was trying to find a new sea route to India. The landmass was named America in 1507 after the Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci, who landed on the continent. In this lesson we can learn location, boundaries, relief features, rivers, climate, natural vegetation, minerals and transportation. Location and area. The continent of North America lies between 7 degree north and 84 degree north latitude, which lie entirely in the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the Mexico and Arctic Circle runs through northern part of Canada. Longitudinally, it extends between 53 degree west and 180 degree west and lies entirely in the western hemisphere. This continent has a great longitudinal extent which results in 7 time zones. North America covers an area of about 709,000 square kilometer, which occupies 16.50% of the entire land area. Boundaries. North America is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean in the west, the Atlantic Ocean in the east, Arctic Ocean in the north, and South America in the south. The Northern America is joined with the South America by the Isthmus of Panama. The Bering Strait separates North America from Asia. Next we will see about political divisions. North America is the third largest continent next to Asia and Africa. North America has 3 large countries and several smaller ones. Canada is largest country of North America, followed by the United States of America and Mexico. The 7 small countries which lies to the south of Mexico are referred to as Central America. These include Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, Panama, Costa Rica, El Salvador and Belize. Physiography. The North America is a continent of great physical diversity. Mount McKinley is about 6194 meter above the sea level and is the highest peak. Death Valley is about 86 meter below the sea level and is the lowest part of the continent of North America. It has some of the oldest and the youngest rocks in the world. On the basis of physiography, North America can be classified into the following physical divisions: the Rocky Mountains, the Great Plains, the Appalachian Highlands and Coastal Plain. Let's see about one after another. Rocky Mountains. This is the Rocky Mountains. The western part of the continent is occupied by long ranges of young folded mountains interspersed with high plateaus, narrow valleys and broad interior basins. This mountain range extends for about 4,800 km from Alaska in the north to the Panama Strait in the south. The width varies from 110 to 480 kilometers. They are parallel ranges and are known as the Rockies in the east and the Coast Range Mountains in the west. The Sierra Nevada is a mountain range in the western United States between the Central Valley of California and the Great Basin. In Mexico, they are called Sierra Madre. The Rockies and the Coast Range are together called the Western Cordilleras. There are high inter-mountain plateaus between the ranges. The prominent ones are the Mexican Plateau, the Colorado Plateau, and the Colombian Plateau. Next, we'll see about the Great Plains. To the east of the Rockies and the west of the Appalachian Mountains lies the Great Plains of North America. It covers about 3/5 of the continent. This plain stretches from the Arctic Ocean in north to the Gulf of Mexico in the south and from the Appalachian Highlands in the east to the Rockies in the west. The western part of the plains is called the High Plains, spreading roughly over the foothills of the Rockies. Most of the rivers of this region have their source in the western highlands, and the plains generally slope eastwards and southwards. They are drained by rivers like the Mississippi and the Missouri. The Appalachian Highlands. Appalachian Highlands do not form a continuous chain like the Western Highlands. These highlands are low and wide. They have a very few peaks more than 1,800 meters. They include the high plateaus of Greenland, Labrador or Laurentian Plateau in Canada and the Appalachian Mountains in the United States. These old fold mountains are worn down by weathering and are much lower than the Western Highlands. This region is rich in mineral reserves like coal, iron ore, copper, etc., which play a vital role in the North American economy. The coastal plains. The coastal plains of North America are the youngest in age. Most of the Atlantic plain has been drowned. This is a low and relatively plain area with sandy soil which is infertile in nature. Here swamps and marshes are abundant and the coast is indented by river mouths and bays on which many important seaports are located. Drainage. Many rivers flow across this land and some of them following the valleys are formed by the glaciers. The Mississippi and Missouri rivers are the longest rivers in North America and together they form the fourth longest river system in the world and stretching more than 6,114 kilometers from Montana to Gulf of Mexico. After 3,700 kilometers running, the Missouri rivers join the Mississippi River. The Mechanic River is the second largest drainage basin of North America. It has its source from Great Slave Lake and drains into Arctic Ocean. The St. Lawrence has its origin in Lake Ontario, which flows northeast and drains into the Atlantic Ocean. The most famous in the Grand Canyon cut by the river Colorado, which all flows over the plateau of Columbia. These rivers form a barrier to communication but whose water has been dammed for irrigation and power. The river Yukon, rising in the northwest of the western mountain system, is frozen for 8 months in the year. The river Rio Grande flows into the Gulf of Mexico and forms the boundary between USA and Mexico. The biggest is Lake Superior and it is the largest freshwater lake in the world. Like Winnipeg, Great Bear Lake and Lake Athabasca are some of the other lakes in Canada. Let's see about the climate. The Arctic region is cold and mostly dry and has a very short summers and a very long bitterly cold winter. The central plains have extreme climate from freezing conditions in winter to tropical heat in summer. The regions around the mouth of the Mississippi, Missouri and the Gulf Coast have summer rain from the northeast trades which blow onshore in summer. The state of California in USA has a Mediterranean climate with a moist winter and dry summers. Natural vegetation and wildlife. Approximately 30% of the total land area is under forest cover. Lumbering is a well-developed industry, particularly in Canada. North America is a major producer of timber, plywood, wood pulp and paper. It accounts for approximately 20% of the world's production of timber. Next we will see about agriculture. Though least proportion of the total workforce is engaged in agriculture, America's agriculture is most productive in the world. Extensive agriculture system is practiced in Canada and USA. Wheat, corn, oats, soybean, barley and many other food crops are grown throughout the vast interior plains. We see about wheat. Wheat was introduced by European settlers in North America. It is grown extensively in the prairies of North America. North America is the largest exporter of wheat. Vast wheat producing area are called wheat belt. Next, maize. It is the native food crop for North America, which is the main staple food grains in Mexico. It is grown in southern prairies. North America produces more than half of the world total maize. Barley and oats. These are temperate crops which withstand cold climate and need less water. The barley is grown in the United States and are produced in Minnesota, North Dakota and Washington. Barley and oats is used as cattle fodder. Next one is cotton. Cotton grows well in southern and western states and it is dominated in Texas, California, Mississippi and so on. Warm summer with frequent rainfall and fertile soil are favorable conditions for growth of cotton crop. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is cultivated along the Gulf of Mexico, parts of Central America and West Indies. It is an important cash crops of West Indies. Cuba is known as the sugar bowl of the world and it is the world's largest exporter of sugar. Soya beans. It is raised in the same area where maize is grown. It is used for extraction of edible oil. Potatoes and sugar beet. Prairie region, North Dakota and Minnesota are the producers of sugar beets and potatoes. Sugar beet is used for making sugar. Potato and sugar beet are used to feed cattle and pigs. Fruits. Mainly citrus fruits are cultivated in Texas, California, Great Lakes regions and St. Lawrence Valley. The important fruits of North America are cranberries, blueberries, Concord grapes, strawberries, gooseberries and the other fruits. Cattle rearing. These are carried on a commercial scale in the drier parts of the prairies in the southwestern part of United States. Vast herds of cattle and sheep are kept on large ranches. Richest pastures are used for cattle and poorer sparse pastures are used for sheep. North America is the largest producer of meat and about 1/4 of the world production. Next one is dairy farming. This refers to rearing cattle for milk. It is an important industry of USA and Canada. Dairy farming is found in the cooler and humid part of the prairies, Great Lakes areas and northeast region along the Atlantic coast. North America produces about 25% of the world total milk and dairy products. Next one is fisheries. Fishing is locally important in the seas around the continent. Grand Bank is one of the world's best fishing grounds. It is located in the island of Newfoundland in Canada. Here the meeting of cold Labrador current and warm Gulf Stream current provide suitable condition for fish to thrive. The cold Labrador current brings plenty of plankton which provides food for fish. Cod, herring, mackerel, salmon and halibut are the major varieties of fish in North America. Minerals. North America has rich mineral resources. North America is the leading producer of iron ore, petroleum, natural gas, copper, silver, sulfur, zinc, bauxite and manganese. Lead and uranium are the other important minerals. North America has vast deposit of oil and natural gas. The United States, Canada and Mexico are among the world top oil producers. Next we will see about the industries. North America has plenty of resources and is needed for industrial development. Industries are highly concentrated in the northeastern part of the continent because of large minerals deposits like coal, iron ore, etc. and good transportation network like roads, railways and canals. The United States is one of the most industrialized countries in the world. Industry contributes about 25% of gross national product. The United States ranks first in iron and steel industry. They use the latest technology in developing their industries. Major industries in North America. Iron and steel industry. The North American continent is the world's most important iron and steel industrial center. Iron and steel industries require iron ore, coal and cheap transportation. The important centers of the iron and steel industries are Pittsburgh, Chicago and Birmingham in the United States and Hamilton in Canada. Heavy engineering industries. The important heavy industries are automobile industries, aircraft industries, shipbuilding industries, railway wagon industries and farm equipment industries. USA is the largest producer of automobiles. The important centers of heavy engineering industries are Detroit, Chicago, Buffalo, Indianapolis, Los Angeles, St. Louis, Philadelphia, New York, Baltimore and Atlanta in USA and Windsor in Canada. Wood pulp and paper industries. About 50% of the world's wood pulp and newsprint is produced by North America. Canada is the largest producer and exporter of all kinds of paper in the world. Paper industries are particularly concentrated in Ontario and Canada. Next one we will see about the textile industry. The United States is the largest producer of cotton textiles. The industries are mainly located in Texas, California, Arizona, Mississippi, Arkansas and Louisiana. Toronto, Cornwall and Kingston are the major centers in Canada. The woolen textile industries are located in the east of the Allegheny Plateau. The New England region contains 70% woolen textile industries. North America is the second largest producer of synthetic fibers. Rayon and other synthetic fibers are made up of cellulose obtained from wood pulp. The meat packing industry. This is an important industry in Canada and USA where cattle rearing is done on a large scale in the prairies. Chicago, Kansas City, St. Louis in the United States and Calgary and Winnipeg in Canada are the important meat packing centers. Next we will see about the population. Most of the people in North America and descendants of settlers from other parts of the world. The first among them were the Europeans arrived in the 16th century. Today the small groups of Native Americans that remain have their own territories and followed a traditional way of life. Population distribution. The current population of North America is 364, 446, 736 in the year 2018. North America has about 4.77% of the total world's population. The largest country by land area is Canada. The largest city by population is Mexico City. The population density is about 20% per square kilometer. Some of the places have densely populated areas, moderate populated areas, sparsely populated areas. Densely populated areas are eastern part of North America, Great Lakes region and so on. Moderate populated areas, central part of United States, Central Highland and so on. sparsely populated areas. Northern Canada, Alaska, Rocky Mountain regions and desert regions are sparsely populated areas. Let's see about languages and religions. Languages and religions, most of the people speak English, Spanish and French. Various faiths have been a major influence of culture, philosophy and law. Between them, 80% of the people follow Christianity. United States of America is known as melting pot, where hundreds of different cultures meet, blend and creating a new culture. Transport. North America has developed a well-designed network of roadways, railways, waterways and airways. Roadways. North America, especially USA and Canada, have the best laid roadways in the world. They are made of asphalt and concrete. Roads can be used in all weather conditions. The superways or freeways make traveling easy and fast. The Pan American Highway runs from Alaska in the far northwest to Panama in the south. Railway. North America is extensively served by an efficient network of railway. Transcontinental railways and trans-Canadian railways are linked the east and west coast of Canada and the United States. Chicago has the biggest railway junction in the world. The New York Railway Junction is one of the busiest railway stations in the world. Waterways. The Great Lakes region along St. Lawrence and Mississippi rivers are the most important inland waterway in North America. Quebec City, Montreal, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Charleston and New Orleans are some of the important inland ports. New York is the most important port along the east coast. Vancouver and San Francisco are important ports on the west coast of North America. Airways. Airways provide invaluable means of transport. All the cities and industrial centers in North America are linked by airways. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Toronto, Montreal and Mexico City are some of the international airports in North America. Trade. North America exports a host of agriculture and industrial products. The main exports are industrial machinery, automobile, paper, fish, wheat, bananas, meat, aircraft, telecom equipments, chemical, plastics, fertilizers, wood pulp, timber, crude oil, natural gas, aluminum, nickel and lead. The countries of North America imports include coffee, cocoa, sugar, textiles, iron ore and electronic goods. The countries of Europe, Japan, China and India are the major trading partners. Next video we will see about South America. Thank you.